All right. Good day, everyone. Welcome to Kentucky Weather Wizard, where I have been talking about weather since 1995. Just a little plug there for how long I've been doing this. So, um, this is my first forecast video on the page. And as I am getting ready to get into this, I just want to remind you, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the page, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you really want to see some notifications of when I put out another video, click the little notification bell. Okay, so let's get right into the forecast here. And I've got a couple of models to do some explaining and talking about as well. First off is our Kentucky weather 3-day quick cast. Weather headlines, partly to mostly sunny with summer heat building in. Today, partly cloudy, 20% chance of showers. I've looked on the radar just a minute ago and there are a few showers, just tiny little puffs here and there throughout the state. Today's high, somewhere around the 87-degree range. If you're out in the country, away from blacktop and buildings, yeah, probably a degree or two cooler than that. But right in town, Stanton, Campton, Clay City, Mount Sterling, yeah, you're probably going to hit a degree or two warmer. Maybe even 90. But I wouldn't think today we'll see that yet. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, drier air. It's going to feel really nice tomorrow. The humidity will actually go down a bit for tomorrow. 85 degrees for the high. Again, a degree or two warmer in the cities and a degree or two cooler out in the country, but right around that 85-degree mark. Tomorrow night, low to mid 60s, basically. That's what you've got. Not a big deal, but it's not a big cool down like it has been, but cool enough. And then on Sunday, our day 3 forecast, mostly sunny, 30% chance of showers, and humidity starts to build in. 90 is what I think we will see on Sunday. Sunday night lows, probably just touching the 70-degree mark. So the humidity is going to start building in, and we're going to start to feel that over the next few days. We're going to feel that stickiness to the air. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on. Right now, this map is actually provided by National Weather Service. It's on their page, and it was issued this morning at 4:30 a.m., and it goes all the way through till tomorrow morning, 4:30 a.m. And as you can see here on the map, they've got this little spotty green covering most of the state. Basically, that means a chance of showers. And I know over here in their icon, they say rain and thunderstorms. I never have agreed with that, but, I didn't make the map. So I can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers. So we have this high pressure system just off to our south. High pressures rotate in the direction my mouse is moving there, which is clockwise. They rotate. So that means that you're actually getting pulled in moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. And we've got some tropical action going on down there already anyway. Florida's just getting hammered with rain over the next few days. But that moisture and heat coming up from the Gulf is going to drive our temperatures up just a bit. Now, depending on what computer model you listen to, is going to tell you whether or not we're going to hit upper 90s, middle 90s, or lower 90s. So I try to take a middle of the road approach here for the next 7 days. Now, I want to take just a minute and kind of point out a couple of other things. Out here in Wyoming and Montana and all that kind of stuff, folks, we've got a really cold batch of air coming in. And you can see it right here in Washington and Oregon. That's mixed precipitation. In the higher elevations of Montana and Wyoming, they're actually expecting several inches of heavy, wet snow this late in the month of June. That's a bit unusual for this time of year. It's unusual to have that much cold bottled up in a concentrated form in the atmosphere. But that's the kind of world we've got. We are full of climatic changes that have been happening. You wonder why we didn't have a good strong winter this year? Well, considering the oceans were at 80 degrees all winter long, that's why. As far as I know, the first time ever in recorded history that the oceans have stayed above 80 degrees all winter long. And it's not just near us, it's worldwide. I've got a fellow that I've talked to down in Australia, and he has been mentioning the fact that their summer was so hot. It was 100 plus, 110, 115 degrees. And even through their winter last year, it was very, very hot compared to what it should have been. And that's basically what we faced this year. Yeah, there was a couple of cold spells here in Kentucky, and there was a little bit of snow here and there. But in all honesty, that was a much warmer than normal period of time for us. In fact, if we go back and look at the averages for December, January, February, March, every single month was either average or well above average in temperature. Okay, so let's take a second here and look at the models and look and see what they say for the next couple of days. First one I've got here is called the NAM, and I'm actually zoomed in here on Kentucky. And notice right now, it's not really showing much of anything. This model goes out a little bit in time. Let me advance it here and show you what I'm talking about. Watch Kentucky. Now, if you don't know where Powell County is, I'm going to put my pointer here. Look on the screen. Right here is where Powell County is. Montgomery County, Wolfe County, and all the surrounding area. This is where I'm kind of focusing on. So if you'll notice, over the period of time, you'll see an H appear here and there, maybe an L occasionally, depending on the model forecast, whether it thought a high was there or whether a low was there. Now, remember, highs circulate in this fashion, so they're pushing warm air up. Look at the moisture showing up north. Now, this is for later this afternoon. Yeah, there's a little bit on the actual radar, but not very much. And then as time goes on, you notice I progress it through there a little bit. This is later this afternoon. And yeah, you see just a few tiny little showers showing up, more or less northeastern part of the state, but still some there. And if we keep progressing on through time, this is late tonight. And again, you see showers showing up. You see that front actually start working its way through. And as it does, yeah, it will probably kick off a shower or two right around us. The yellow and red indicates a little bit heavier precipitation, maybe even a rumble of thunder or two. And then I'm just going to progress on over the next few days and show you kind of what the model, the NAM, which is the North American model, kind of show you what it's talking about. And you can see there is just a few spotty specks here and there, mostly down in North Carolina, South Carolina, but it doesn't pick up very well on those. So, yeah, there could be a couple floating around here just like they're showing up down here. If you're seeing it on the map, chances are there's going to be more of it down to our south than there is here. But nonetheless, this is all the way into Monday. And again, you don't see a whole lot on there, but there's a little speck here and there. Like here's some showing up. Now, it doesn't mean that that's exactly where they're going to be on Monday afternoon, but it's still telling you that there is moisture to work with, that you could get under a shower. This model is called the Icon model. And you'll notice starting out, this is tomorrow, Saturday. And as I'm working through time here just a little bit, you can see that Saturday looks pretty dry. Now, the difference in this model is it has the high way over here instead of down to our south. Models have biases and they don't see and pick up on certain things certain times. And so again, you'll notice as I'm going through, you just see a few little green specks showing up. Definitely something to watch out up in Michigan and in this area. Folks, they're looking to see more severe weather up there. They have been just blasted with tornadoes and everything else. Unbelievable kind of how powerful these tornadoes have been up in the northern reaches of the country. And while I'm here, let's go ahead and talk about this big blast of heavy, heavy, wet snow out to our west in Montana and Wyoming. And yeah, they're looking to close down some roads. More than likely, Beartooth Highway, which I hope to be on at some point in time in the near future. So as you can see here, we're hitting into Tuesday, and this model is showing some green on the map. It's not as detailed as the other one was, but it's still showing, yeah, there's a chance to see some showers around. And still a few showing up on there. Here's a little more. This is going into Tuesday noonish. And then here we go. This is Tuesday evening, heading into Wednesday night, or Wednesday morning, early a.m. And you can see that there is moisture all around us. Does it mean that we get those showers? Maybe. And you'll see that on my 7-day forecast of how I kind of look at it and say, well, we got a 30% chance or a 40% chance. It's not a huge deal for us. There's not a huge amount of moisture, but there is some. Okay, so let's go back to the forecast here. And let me turn it back on. There we go. So here's a look at the quick 7-day forecast from the Kentucky Weather Wizard. That's me. Saturday, a nice summer day. To be honest, a really, really nice summer day. 85 degrees, lower humidity. It's going to feel like about 85 degrees. 60s for lows. Sunday, you start to feel a little more humidity around. The thermometer may say 90 degrees, but it'll probably feel like 93, 94, 95 degrees. Monday, notice I'm basically carbon copying every single day. 91, 92, 90. I mean, it's a rather boring forecast, but it's the same thing for days on end here. 30% chance, 30% chance, 30% chance, 40. We're actually seeing the chances increase around Thursday or so. Does it mean that we will get more rain or get rain every single day? No, not at all. Out of 8 models that I look at, roughly 4 of them are saying a chance of rain. 4 of them are saying, probably not. The ones that say probably not have a higher average temperature, 95 to 100. The ones that say rain is there have a lower average temperature, 85 to 95. So you're looking at whether or not you get under a shower on what your actual temperature is going to be. And yes, it will feel muggy. It will feel humid. You will notice a difference. So, let's say we're saying 91 here on Monday. Again, out in the country, you may be a degree or so colder. Right in towns, you'll probably be a degree or so warmer. But the average here is about 91. But it's going to feel like 94, 95 degrees. The higher the humidity goes, the stickier and hotter it actually feels. That's called the heat index. Heat index. Yeah. So you have to keep that in mind. If you're outside working, stay hydrated, drink some cold drinks, all that kind of good stuff. Make sure that you wear sunscreen or wear some protection. because when the sun's out, it's going to be hot and it's going to be strong. You don't want skin cancer. So put some sunscreen on, people. Now, notice Thursday and Friday, I've got a few more clouds on there. Yeah, that's a better chance to see some rain. Looking ahead, the long range forecast on out just a little further, it does look like we could keep this 90-degree temperature floating around for another week, maybe. It depends on what happens in the tropics. Some of the computers models are hinting that there is tropical development, some kind of a tropical storm that moves up over us, which will change our pattern. Others say, no, it's not going to happen. So right now, I'm kind of up in the air. I don't know if we're going to see that real strong tropical moisture or not. Okay, that's all I have for now, folks. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. Also, don't forget, if you haven't liked and subscribed my video, liked my video and subscribed to the channel, please do. It helps the channel out to see that kind of action going on. And keep an eye out for the next video coming out. And also, I hopefully here in the very near future will be starting on WSKV, our local Stanton radio station. More Country is, I apologize, I don't remember the exact frequency, but I'll get you that in a little bit later time. So hopefully I will be starting that here pretty soon, and you'll hear me do the forecast on there throughout the day. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you ever know. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.